It's Ash from SuperVideos back for another video for The Last of Us on HBO. On this video, we're going to be taking a look at 2 updates from Season 2 of The Last of Us. One of which has to do with the official casting of the character of Abby from Part 2 of The Last of Us video game. Now, this isn't big news. We already spoke about this. It wasn't officially confirmed, but a lot of rumors were saying that this is in fact going to happen, and obviously it happened. The character of Abby will be played by Kaitlyn Dever. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Also, we're going to talk a bit about some clips that were released from Bella Ramsey doing some heavy training for the 2nd season. Bella Ramsey, of course, plays Ellie for The Last of Us HBO adaptation. So we're going to take a look at all of that and piece together what we know so far about the 2nd season. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to break it down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. So of course, Kaitlyn Dever will be portraying Abby in the 2nd season of The Last of Us HBO adaptation. Now, looking at the actress, she's definitely got a smaller build than the Abby from the game. Now, I'm not saying that the actress can't bulk up and become the Abby from the game, but all I'm saying is that it's not going to be quite the same. I mean, she doesn't really even look like Abby from the game, not that that's required, but all of that is to say that we're definitely going to see some change in the character of Abby. I'm not saying she's not gonna bulk up and be a little bit like the Abby from the game, but all I'm saying is that it's not gonna be quite the same, which makes sense to me. The reason for that is because we have to look at our Ellie as well. If Bella Ramsey's playing Ellie, then it sort of makes sense for someone with the build of Kaitlyn Dever to be playing the Abby version, you know what I mean? Now, obviously, when we first meet Abby, or see Abby, I should say, in the flashbacks, she is not as muscular. So that means that when we first see Kaitlyn Dever as Abby, she's probably also gonna look the way she looks right now. You know what I mean? And she's gonna grow to be that big muscular Abby at some point in the season. Now, the first thing is Laura Bailey, who of course voiced Abby in the game, congratulated Kaitlyn Dever. She celebrated Kaitlyn Dever's Abby casting in The Last of Us Season 2, saying, "Huge congrats, Kaitlyn. So excited to see Abby's evolution in your performance. Let me know if you want a workout buddy." Obviously, this is teasing at her bulking up because of the character that she needs to play. One fun fact though, I think a lot of people know this, but if you don't, Kaitlyn Dever was one of the original rumored actresses to play Ellie. But that didn't happen. Bella Ramsey ended up playing Ellie, and she's now going to be playing Abby, but it's just weird to think that she's gonna be playing against a character that she almost played herself, you know what I mean? And then we have Neil Druckmann, the creator of the game, and one of the writers for The Last of Us HBO adaptation, congratulating Kaitlyn Dever for being cast as Abby. He says, "Welcome to The Last of Us fam, Kaitlyn Dever. Stoked to collaborate with you again." I think the two collaborated in one of Neil Druckmann's other games, Uncharted 2, I think. So that's where they collaborated before this. That's pretty much everything. I mean, it's awesome that we have an official casting now and we can stop talking about the rumors, but also with that comes the "how is she gonna pull it off" question, which I don't think we can really answer. We'll get a better idea or understanding of how that might happen in the first teases that we get from the character, maybe first look images, maybe a quick teaser or something like that. But next thing we're going to talk about is something related to the concept of characters being bulky in The Last of Us Part 2. Of course, it wasn't just Abby who bulked up a little bit and had some muscles on her. Ellie also had a similar thing happen. And because of that, Bella Ramsey who's obviously playing Ellie, is going through some heavy training to get ready for the second season. We can see some of the images here. It was actually a clip, but these are some of the images from that clip. Now, she doesn't really look like Ellie from the game. We can't really fool ourselves, but let's see what they can do as far as Bella Ramsey bulking up a little bit to play Ellie. The other thing I do want to say though is they want Ellie to look like the Ellie from the game. Now, let's think. Why did Ellie look like that in part 2 of the game? It was because of what happened to Joel. What happened to Joel pushed Ellie to work hard and to be this kind of savage, muscular character, to go on this mission to avenge what happened to Joel. Similarly with Abby, it was what happened to her father that pushed her to become this savage monster that she became. All that is to say that they're not changing the story for part 2. I know a lot of people thought they were going to do that, but it just didn't make sense to me. And all of these things, in my opinion, are proving that they're definitely sticking to the main story. Now, they might tweak it and have this story go in a direction where it's a lot better than the game, but the outcome will be the same. What happened to Joel will still happen, and I don't think that they're gonna necessarily change that. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to go through. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.